Hello, people. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Player ratings time. Don't want to do it, but you know, the show must go on, as they say. Lucas, how are you doing, mate?
Nothing's really changed from the past couple hours, but that tune did have my head bobbing back and forth. So you know what?
Yeah.
That's a
well,
bright
you
spot.
know, I actually thought it was a dream.
You must have taken a nap.
I thought it was a dream, and I woke up and I realised that we're still fucking shit. Right, let's get into this player ratings. Shit performance, shit day, shit everything. Areola. I'll let you go first, Lucas. Take it away.
This one will be pretty quick. I'm gonna give him a. Oof. You know what? I'll probably give him a 3. He was really bad today, and it does hurt me to say because I do like Areola. I think he is a good goalkeeper, but the way that we want to play, it just doesn't suit him. I don't think he's a terrible distributor of the ball, but I think the way Lopetegui, the vision that Lopetegui has, I just don't think he fits it. Like he's no Ederson, he's no Raya, he's no Ramsdale. But again, I don't really care for that on my goalkeeper, but that's what the manager wants. But regardless of distribution, he wasn't great today.
Yeah.
So I'll give him a 3.
Lucas P, I agree, mate. I agree. Time is a great healer. I'm giving him a 1 out of 10. I thought he was absolutely shit. And the only praise he's going to get is he played for us today in the shirt. That's the only praise I can give him. I thought his kicking was shit. He comes out. Amount of times today he saved the ball and it'll rebound. You have to recover it. There's a few times today done that. He's just not the guy. Right? He's just not the guy that we need to be playing this system. But that all goes back to the summer window. And
yeah, we don't have a goalkeeper right now that can do that. As much as I love Fabianski as well, we'd be complaining about the same exact thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that comment there. Shout out to Mick. I think that's Mick. Yeah. People are calling Areola to start. He's the best goal getter at the club. It's not even close. Yeah, well, you know, shout out to that. Right, 1 for me, and Lucas has done his. So we come to this man, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, mixed half, like 2 halves, but both mixed. What are you saying?
First half, thought he was brilliant. Him and Emerson are probably going to get the same rating for me. I thought Wan-Bissaka was brilliant first half, and then second half, I think individually he dropped a little bit, but I think it was more of just a collective disaster. I think we can all agree on that. But I think him individually, he did drop a little bit. But again, the back line is going to be a tough rating because I really didn't think they played all that bad. I think the midfield and the way the tactics we're seeing really puts them on the back foot and puts them under a lot of pressure. So, but again, holding 4, it's hard to give someone in the back line a positive, good rating when you hold 4. So I'm going to give Wan-Bissaka. I'm in between a 6 and a high 5. I'm going to give him a high 5. We can't hold 4 and give him a 6. It's kind of hard. I'm going to give him a high 5.
I thought first 5 minutes he was dreadful.
I did as well. I thought, actually, to be fair, the first 10, 15 minutes, our first touches were so bad. We looked incredibly shaky. I even tweeted, like, we've got to sharpen up now. But, yeah.
I thought first 5 minutes he was shit. I thought he grew into the game. I thought him and Bowen were doing some good work on that side in that first half. So for the first half alone, I'll probably give him a high 6. Like, I thought he was decent. I thought he got out
like a 7 first half.
Even a 7 to a point. Maybe I'm being a bit too sort of critical, but I thought first half he was good. Second half, absolute shit. So for that, I'm probably going to give him just a standard 5 for me. Standard 5. Didn't do amazing. Done a good run in the second half, but you know, standard 5. Who's next on the list, Lucas? Like you do the banners.
We got Todibo. I'll let you go first on Todibo. I thought he was okay, not great.
I thought there was times in the first half where I thought he was really very, very good for us. He'd come out the back, play some nice balls into midfield, and get the attacks on the move.
He does have that. He does have that Kurt Zuma, Issa Diop tendency, though. This boy loves coming out of the back line into the midfield and marking someone. It's not good.
And chasing them around the fucking pitch. I think it was
it's not good.
I can't remember what player it was, but he was chasing a player all the way around. I'm thinking,
might have been Kulusevski.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking, just get back into fucking position, mate, please. Second half, I think the goal that Son scores, you should know that. If you're being monitoring who's coming in and playing, Son always does that little step over and then gets them on their right, unbalances them, and then releases like a shot with the other foot. That wasn't very well marked and dealt with. But I'm not going to be harsh on him because I just thought the whole team was fucking shit. So for that, I'm probably going to give him a 5, mate.
Yeah, I'll probably give him a 5. Like I said, the back line it's going to be a tough one because really, I thought they're always put under so much pressure, and like with our back line because of our midfield, it's more of a bend don't break, and eventually you're going to break regardless of how well you're defending individually or as a collective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that comment there from Canio WHU. Am I being harsh in saying he should have done better from the Son goal? Engage the attacker. I agree, but it just wasn't meant to be, was it?
So, you know fives all around.
5s all around, mate. Max Kilman. I thought he'd done an excellent pass in the first half.
Yeah.
That pass into the attacker, I was like, whoa, mate, that's pretty good. But yeah, again, it's Jack or died. First half, I thought defensively he was all right. Second half, not so much.
A bit of the same is Todibo. I thought he was a bit better.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's really been him all season. He's just been a lot more consistent than everyone, really. So
yeah,
I'll give him a high 5.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'll go with that. And all right, there's no real
6.
difference.
I don't know. Again, these I'll be honest, everyone in chat, these ratings, I'm not putting my full heart into it. So
yeah,
if you feel passionate about my ratings, I don't know.
I rate that comment. Kilman, good footballer, but is he a good defender? That is quite valid.
You could say that with almost everyone. I think everyone's a good footballer, but you got to put them in the right spot, the right positions within the right system. So
yeah, Colin's saying a 6, and then you got Trojan saying a 5. I'm with you, mate. I'll go 5, a high 5. It's not a 6 for me.
It's just hard to give a defender a 6
when
or higher 4 when they hold 4.
Yeah, it can't be done, mate. Let's go Emerson next.
All right, yep, Emerson. Again, I thought he was a bit better than Wan-Bissaka, but again, for reasons like I said, I'm gonna also give him a high 5. I thought he'd done well getting the ball at the pitch individually, but again, really didn't formulate into much. Like he would get it to someone and then it would kind of die, if I'm being honest. And I thought he defended decently, but again, first half, I thought him and Wan-Bissaka were brilliant, superb. I tweeted, and then second half, just a overall collapse, really. So high 5 for me again.
Me and DeCanio are on the same wavelength tonight. Shout out to him, mate, because I agree with everything he said so far. Right in the first half, Emerson was excellent, and I mean very good. Like defensively good. Amount of times he picked the ball up and drove us up the pitch. He was working well with Paqueta. Half time comes. They must have had a pint and a puff or something at half time. Because it was fucking terrible, wasn't it?
Spliff.
Excuse me. Yeah, 100%. Right? And it was just, I don't get it. First half, 7, high 7 into a point. I thought it was good. Second half, 5. So I'm going to go with a 5. It wasn't his day. 5 out of 10. Right. I'll let you go first this one, Lucas. Go on.
Souček, bit of a ghost today, but I thought he worked hard. I thought he got stuck in, but he wasn't really that involved today. We've done a lot of chasing today and a lot of sitting back, which the sitting back I don't mind because I think that's the right thing to do against Tottenham. But
Yeah.
again, just going forward, really not a lot of quality overall. But
What do you think of him in the first half?
I thought he was fine. I thought he defended decently. Again, I
Yeah.
thought he got stuck in. I thought him and Antonio done like the same thing today. I thought they just worked hard. They got stuck in, not incredibly involved, but they weren't terrible by any means, in my opinion. So for Souček, I'll probably just give him a standard 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. 5 out of 10. I thought first half he was all right. I thought defensively that was all right. West Ham. The goal we let in for the equaliser was a shit goal, but we'll get onto that later on. But yeah, standard 5 for me.
All right,
Guido.
move on to Guido. I'll let you go first.
I thought he was excellent in the first half.
I think first half was the best he's ever played for us so far.
Absolutely, 100% agree. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. He was everywhere. And I was even tweeting it. I was going, fuck me, this guy's everywhere.
Lots of tackles as well. I think he had about 4 tackles in the first half.
And what I liked about him is his reading of the game. He was reading where the third man runner was coming, like at the pass, and then the ball goes through the side, and he's on it straight away. A bit like Alvarez used to be last season. Second half, it's the same old story again. Self-destruction. Like, he was nowhere to be seen. Are any of the goals he's fought in the second half for midfield?
I don't know, but like for me, he is part of the issue only from a tactical point of view. That is, like, we all know the type of player he is. I genuinely do believe Guido Rodriguez is a good football player, but when you're in the wrong system and you're part of tactics that really don't fit your game, like, you're gonna look exposed, get exposed, and that's really what happens second half. Like, we all know if we're playing possession-based football and we're looking for a goal or we have the lead, I think Guido Rodriguez is a good player to have in there. But if you're down a goal and you're chasing and you're going to have to defend in transition, he's going to get exposed, simple as. So that's how I felt. But I agree, first half, I thought he was unbelievable, like 7 or 8, I would have ranked him. But second half, we capitulate within the first 10, 15 minutes, and his weaknesses get exposed. So, I don't know, for me, standard 5.
I'm going to go a high 5, close to a 6. I thought that first half performance was very good from him. Extremely good. Second half performance, not so good, but you can't question the first half performance because he was our best player on the pitch. He really was.
Yeah, I don't like changing, but I'll probably upgrade to a high 5 because that first half was that first 45 was special. It was special.
Yeah, I agree with Cockney Boys 76 to 100%. Shout out to you, mate. Thought Guido was one of that with any credit in the bank, so 6. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Next up, Lucas.
All right, we've got the Brazilian Magnifico. I'll let you take it away first again.
Where do I start with this twat? I'll tell you where I start. I start with this.
Emotional damage.
This cunt is just emotional damage. I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna be absolutely plain honest. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a rating first. He gets a 0 out of 10. But I am not going to put all the blame onto him. I'm going to put it on to the fucking Spanish twat who's our manager. Yeah. First half, amount of times he was going down, and literally trying to get a foul. Does he get fouled, Lucas, for their equaliser? Yes or no for you?
I don't think so. I think he goes down pretty easy, if I'm being honest.
Right. Now, that is a problem.
And he's looking for it, which, again, does not help him.
Right. That's the first goal. I'm not sure if it's the second goal, but he goes down again. And they counter-attack on us, and they score. I think it might have even been the Son goal. I'm not too sure. Fucking so many goals winning for them.
The own goal, it wasn't great on either Wan-Bissaka, Rodriguez, and Paqueta. It was not great from those 3 either.
For me, he gets a 0 out of 10. He should not be playing. It's as simple as that. I said it on the video the other day, and people come at me, Why don't these people shut the fuck up and then listen to the fat man? How about that? Right. First off, when you've got something on your head and something's weighing your shoulders down, you're not going to perform to the level that you need to perform to, right? And he's in a high performance sport. This man isn't performing. He hasn't performed for a whole year. Let's be real. He hasn't performed for a whole year. And there's been games where he's had bit part games. Now, doing the YouTube game that me, Lucas, and the boys do, I can go back and look at videos all through the year and see if he's done anything. He's done nothing. He's done nothing of any note, Lucas Paqueta. And today was another showing. He should have been subbed at half time.
I agree.
He was poor. He gets a 0 for me. What are you saying, Lucas?
Yeah, I think this has to be the proof in the pudding and the hard evidence that I don't think he should be starting for the next couple matches. If anything, come off the bench, like Mitch has said before, and I agree with him. Lucas Paqueta, I think the only positives he's had so far this season is coming off the bench, and even that, like, he's been okay.
Yeah,
he's been a little bright, but not good. Again, either you got to bench him, and I've said it for weeks now. The only other thing we can try is throwing him out on the left, but Lopetegui seems to not want to try that, so fair enough. But it is what it is. But he's going to get my lowest rating. I'm going to give him a 2. Just not good enough. Him and Areola, I wanted to bless you, by the way. I wanted to give him and Areola the same rating, but just I thought he was worse than Areola. So I'm going to give him a 2. And I pray the man finds form again somewhere, because again, he is a joy to watch. I love the type of player he is. I love when players like him come to a club like ours, because we don't get a lot of that. But yeah, my God, when it's bad, it's bad. And it's just unfortunate he's got something this serious over his head, because if he didn't, who knows? So, but it's time to be dropped for someone else. So,
I agree.
2 out of 10 for me.
Let's move on, Lucas.
Oh man. Okay. We got Kudus. Oh boy. I actually didn't think he was that bad today. There was a few moments where he held the ball a bit too long and didn't lay it off, but
yeah,
I thought he was a bit of a bright spot today. But again, the red kind of ruins it. He does score. Unlucky to not have a brace, to be honest. When Udogie blocked the shot off the line when everyone thought it was a handball. Unlucky not to have a brace, but
yeah.
Oh, the red card. The first battle, right, or the first incident with Van de Ven, fair enough, fair play. I think that's you allow that. That's just two guys in the heat of the moment being competitive, going at it, and Van de Ven puts his hands on first. But the second incident where he just palms Sarr in his face, like, don't get me wrong, it's a bit weak. The game's gone a bit, but letter of the law, you can't do that. And he got a red. So I don't know exactly how to rate Mo Kudus today.
I could do it for you if you want.
Sure, go for it.
Right, first off, Florian Richarlison, that gets a 10 straight away. Yeah, I thought that was epic. He comes flying in.
And putting Van de Ven on his back.
Yeah.
That's another 10. Here, we can do the math real quick. Palming Sarr and his mush, I'll give that a 10.
Yeah.
The goal gets a 7. He could have scored again, and I thought he carried the ball well. I'll try and add all that up in my head. That's about 37, 45.
Yeah.
You know, again, I didn't think he was that bad today. Honestly, if he didn't get the red and he came off before that, I would probably say he was one of our better players today. I'm gonna give him a 6. If he didn't score, probably a 5, maybe a high 5. But the red, I didn't even put the red into. I don't know. Again, the red is stupid.
Yeah,
but I thought he done well. It's a tough one. Again, don't crucify me, chat, please, because I really don't give a shit about these ratings today. So I'm gonna give him a 6.
Right, 10 for Richarlison, Florian that twat. Yeah, he comes marching in, thinking he's a big man. He gets put on his ass. Right. Van de Ven's a pussy.
Yeah,
simple as that. He's a pussy. Yeah, look at the size of the geese, and he's sulking like because he's got a little push in the face.
He flopped as well.
Yeah, Sarr, Sar's the one where Mo's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where Mo gets sent off. And I think you fucking idiot. Like you've got away with the first one, but then to go and show that one out and he's mullered the geezer in the face there. Fair enough. I thought his performance was excellent today. I thought he was excellent. I thought he was trying. He had a shot in the first half, which was a good save. Straight at the goalkeeper mind, but it's a good save. The goal is a good goal, and then it just fell away. It just fell away from us. I agree with what Mitch said. Also, in the second half, when the game was going away from us, when we're 3-1 down, he should have been subbed because the game was gone. Yeah, and for some crazy reason, he wasn't. So I don't understand that one. I agree with you. I'll give him a 6. I think the goal was good. I think his performance was decent, but he just lost his
Unlucky
head.
not to have another as well. So
Yeah, and I'm not being funny. He was the only one out there showing any fucking fight in our team.
The only time I was displeased with him today, besides the red card, he could have put Wan-Bissaka through when he made that really good run.
Yeah.
But then again, when you're Mo Kudus and you see Wan-Bissaka coming in, a right back, like me, no matter what, if that was me or anyone else, I expect him to make that pass. But I understand to a point why he may not have laid him off. But
yeah,
I agree. So
let's move on, mate.
The last one, or second to last, of the starting 11, Jared Bowen. For me, I also thought he was pretty solid today. Maybe not as good as Mo, but I think they were around in and around the same realm of a performance today. I thought the non-assist that he had for Mo's goal, I thought he done well. A bit unlucky to not maybe register the assist. Some players in the league probably get that assist because they play for a bigger club, but it is what it is. But I thought he was decent. I'll probably give him the same as Mo. I'll give him a 6.
6 out of 10. I thought it was decent at the first half. Very good. Extremely good. I was very impressed with Bowen. I agree with what Mick says in the chat there, high 6. That's where I'm going to go with Bowen. I thought he's a trier, isn't he? He's a try. He's one geezer that never gives up, and he always continuously goes all the way to the end. Second half, I thought he was just frustrated, and the game, obviously, that sort of 10, 15-minute spell where they just went straight through us, that's when the moment when it was just dead. It was just dead. So, yeah, high 6 for me. I'll make that short and sweet. Let's move on.
So, Michael Antonio, I'll let you go first.
I felt for him today a little bit. I really did. He wasn't bad, right? He wasn't great, but it's just Mickey. It's just Mickey. Right? There was good little moments, but we need more than just little moments with him. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a trier. He was having sort of like a little bit of a barging match with Van der Ven, but it just wasn't his day. It wasn't his day. So I'm gonna make mine short and sweet. I'm gonna give him a high 5 for me. I think me and Mick on the same page here. You know what I mean?
I agree. I'm gonna give him a 5. I thought he done his job today to a point. Really, like when you're going. Let's be honest. Van de Ven and Romero probably one of the best center half duos in the Premier League. And if it wasn't for Ange's balls to the walls tactics, they could arguably probably be the best, and they would see a lot more clean sheets because they both are good. But I think Mickey done his job today. He tried to tucker him out, tried to beat him up a bit, and he did have one or two chances to maybe make a bit more of it. But again, when you're going up against Van de Ven one-on-one, you try to put the ball past him, he's just going to either run you off the pitch or shoulder you down to the ground. So fair enough to Mickey today. He worked his balls off. So 5 for me.
5. Let's get to the subs, mate.
All right. Carlos Soler. Alvarez, Somerville. Yeah, he did. Cheeky little booking. But Soler, Alvarez, Somerville all came on at the same time. Lopetegui had him standing up for at least 10 minutes without putting him on the pitch. It was very frustrating. But Soler, again, really not much to report from me. A bit of a cardio merchant, if you ask me. So I'll give him a 5.
I'll give him a 4. Got booked. Done nothing. Let's be real. What did he do? He done nothing. All he done is come on and he got booked, and that was it. Who's next on the list? Alvarez.
I'll give him a 5 too. He did put in a few good challenges. It looked like he gave a shit a bit when he came on. So 5 for me.
5 again.
Somerville was next out of the group.
Not, I wasn't impressed today,
Yeah,
honestly.
he wasn't great, but again, when him and all the other boys come on, bit hard to find some motivation, some fight. But
Yeah,
again, he had, regardless of what people think of him as a player and a signing, he has gone the short end of the stick a tiny bit, in my opinion. So harsh criticism, I don't understand, but
yeah.
hope hopefully he gets a start next week. I think he probably should. It's his time to get a start. But yeah, he's okay. I'll give him. But again, I wasn't impressed. I give him a 5.
Yeah, I'll go standard 5 with you.
And then Mavropanos was the very last sub. I think it was like in the 83rd minute or something.
Yeah,
5.
standard 5. Let's get to the ref.
You got it.
Fucking Andy Madley. Fuck me. I thought there was fouls that he missed, especially in the first half. Who's their left
He was
back?
consistent though. It's a Destiny Udogi. I thought he was
Yeah,
consistent though. I thought he was going to be a lot more shit today, but I agree with what you said. There was some fouls that I thought he should have called today, but he
yeah.
didn't, and he stayed consistent, which I at least appreciate. Like I
Mm.
don't know. I'm not a fan of these like just total switches in one half to another, where like one half they're not calling anything, but then second half they're calling every single little thing. Like I think he was consistent in a good way. I think he performed well in a derby match, refereeing wise, in my
I
opinion.
think I think so, but then the same foul that Soler done, Destiny
Yeah.
doesn't get he doesn't get a yellow card. So there has to be consistency, isn't there, in the part. I agree with what Mick says. He says a 1. I'm going to go a 3. Thought he was shit, really, if I'm honest.
Oh, this is gonna be like the first time we like are gonna be on different like ends of a ref rating, because you know me, normally I'm
Yeah,
the harshest critic, but
yeah.
I'm gonna give him a 6. I thought he was decent today, and to be fair, as much as I hated the red card and whatnot, the second instance with Kudus is a red, and I thought it was fair play from him that he booked Van de Ven
Yeah.
and Kudus first time. Not a lot of refs do that, in my opinion. I think they look for a culprit, and on any other day, any other referee, the first thing that Kudus done could have possibly been a red. So again, for one of the first times, fair play to a referee, 6 out of 10. That's probably the highest rating I'll ever give.
Fair
And the
enough. It's
fact
got,
that it's Andy Madley, wow, oh, I hate him as well. But
yeah,
fair enough.
what a man. To this man, Julian, I ain't got a fucking Scooby Doo. What I'm doing, Lop, no Taggy.
He
Um,
looks like Scooby Doo.
I don't even know where to start with him, mate. Right, I'll tell you what we're gonna do tonight on this player ratings is we're gonna break it down. First off, lineup. Happy or not?
With the variable of players coming back from international break, some key players like Alvarez, but even though he's been benched for 1 or 2 matches and his red card as well, the lineup did not bother me.
Right, I agree. I was a little surprised with Guido Rodriguez being in there, considering Alvarez was on the bench, but Fred Guido was, yeah, he got that one right. Right, let's go first half. What did you think of the first half? The only issue I got with him in the first half is we go up. Spurs are then continuously like pressure, and then there's nothing from him. There's no changing it up, slowing the game down, buying fouls. There's no fucking nothing really. What did you think of him in the first half?
First half, I thought we went about it the right way. I thought we sat back. We had a decent low mid block, whatever you want
Yeah,
to call it, and we scored, and we got into halftime 1-1, which I thought was fair because
yeah,
I think we defended all right. We could have done a bit better, but again, the way we defend as a whole,
yeah.
including transition, Spurs were already getting so many shots, so many corners. I think 1-1 at halftime was fair.
Right. I agree with you 100%. 1-0 at half time, I was happy with. Yeah, I thought it was about the scoreline was about right. We had scored. They're coming back into it. Fair enough.
We would have bit your hand off for that halftime.
Right. Why is it that Lucas Paqueta is not subbed at half time?
That I do not know. I was actually quite shocked that he wasn't. I thought he put in such a stinker. I even tweeted like he's defo getting hooked at
Yeah.
halftime, and he didn't. Which again, I'm all for having belief in someone, having belief in a player when you're with them every single day, all throughout the week. Blah blah. I understand that. I get it. I respect it. But sometimes sometimes you just can't use that excuse, or like he was honking.
He was bad.
So
Yeah. Right. Now let's go into the second half. The issue I've got with him is when we seem to go 2-1 down, we self destruct. And that is a problem. Yeah. I remember that many a time under Pellegrini and under other managers over the years where West Ham didn't look like they was going to get back in that game once they went 2-1 down.
yeah.
The goals are any of the goals his fault, Lopetegui? I don't think so, but I think the tactics is like he should. What he should have done, in my opinion, he should take Paqueta off. You bring Alvarez on. You shore it up for 15 minutes to get back into the game. Yeah, make sure you've got a good solid midfield in there, and then in the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you try and win the game. And if you can't win it, don't lose it.
Yeah.
Today, he just give it away.
Yeah, for me, that second half, in my opinion, is on Lopetegui personally.
Yeah.
So second half would get a 1 out of 10. First half would get a 7 out of 10. Lineup would probably get a 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. The one thing that really pissed me off today was the subs. He literally gets the subs ready, and he has them standing up by the touchline for like 10 minutes.
Disgusting.
Like, mate, bring them on, or like try to instruct someone like, hey, you know what? Maybe a cheeky little foul, try and do something. But it was weird because he had them standing up, but not ready to be subbed on. He literally had the three of them all stood up going over tactics for like 10 minutes. I'm like, mate, get them on the pitch now. And by the time they got on, we've already conceded twice. So
what are you rating him?
I
don't know what I'm rating him. If you want me to go first, I'll go first.
A 3.
No, not for me, mate. He's getting a 0 for me. He really is. I feel that in the first half, it was a good performance to a point. Yeah. I think the moment that you come out second half and you don't change nothing, and you know that we've been under pressure in the first half, that to me just tells me you ain't got a clue what you're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Alvarez should have been on. Guido, Alvarez, Souček. It's a solid 3 to shore it up, and then try and see what we can do in the last sort of 30 minutes, 25 minutes of the game. He gets a 0 out of 10. It's absolutely embarrassing the way we've lost today in that second half. Yeah. And it's 4, it could have been 6. Imagine if it was 6 or 7. Right, that would have been like a dagger straight through the fucking heart and soul, mate. I can't sit there and defend this geezer, and this is why I'm going to say it openly on the air right now, and I don't care. I think he needs to go. I do. I think he needs to go because I don't see this man having a plan B, and he's a bit like Postecoglou. He's got plan A, and when plan A don't work, he keeps trying plan A.
Which is funny because it's come out of his own mouth that he wants to play several types of ways, but I don't know. I don't necessarily agree or disagree with what you just said, but again, it all depends on where your stance has been since Moyes left, didn't get renewed, blah blah blah. So I don't know. For me, in terms of should he stay or should he go, I never wanted him personally, and I don't think he matches our ambitions personally. But then again, that's also subjective. There's lots of people that would not mind finishing 14th or 15th this season. That I don't understand on a 2-year contract for a head coach.
Yeah.
If you're bringing in someone like him who's a head coach on a 2-year deal, and the only way you're going to get a third is by qualifying for Europe, we don't have time for a transition. We don't have time for for that kind of shit. If you wanted a project, you sign a new manager on a 5-year deal, and you go through whatever it is you're going to go through. But I don't know. I don't agree with a transitional season and then putting all the pressure on him to get in Europe next season when, depending on how bad we play this season, all of our best players could be gone. So I don't know. I don't think he matches the club's ambitions. But then again, the ambitions that I'm talking about, maybe that's not the club's ambitions. But again, that's hard not to say when you bring in someone like him on a 2-year deal. If they sign him to a 5-year deal project, I can understand the transition, but it's
what
not.
do you rate him today?
Gave him a 3.
You gave him a 3, right?
If I could go back, I'd give him a 2, but I'm going to stick with a 3.
The issue I've got, Lucas, with the whole situation with him, and I've said it on the afterthought, and I will continuously say it on here all the time, is we don't know what he's trying to do. No one knows. No one can sit there and tell us as supporters, yeah. And I mean this on all channels. I say it on all channels, all social media. No one can actually sit there and tell us what he's trying to do, because we haven't got a fucking clue. We simply have got no clue whatsoever what this geezer's trying to do.
Zero identity, zero ideas, zero balance,
zero leadership in this side. I wanted to get on board with this geezer, but I'm done. I'm absolutely done with him now, because you can't. I can't keep hearing buzzwords anymore. I can't keep hearing trust the process, time to gel, and we need time to bed in. Yeah. And all these people out there who keep saying all this stuff, yeah, they're the ones with the fucking problem. I'm going to be straight. They are the ones with the problem, because if you think this is acceptable, yeah, and let's have it right. Let's be real. We haven't played a good game all season. And if you're going to say Ipswich Town was a good game, yeah, is that where we've come from? Like, we've come from winning the Conference League, competing in Europe, to playing one of the best games against Bayer Leverkusen at home, to now, we're competing with Ipswich fucking Town.
That's exactly what you just said. Is exactly why I will not accept.
Yeah.
Again, I respect all opinions, but that is like an automatic agree to disagree with me. Like what you just said, the fact that people want to go from that to being okay with finishing 14th this season, I think that is absolute bollocks. I think that's fucking bullshit.
I can't accept that, mate. And I won't accept that as a supporter of this club, right? Because if that is the case, then why the fuck have we moved to the LS? Like, why? Like, what are we moving for? And we said it on the afterthought, right? And I made Mitch right in what he was saying. We're going to end up losing all our players before too long, mate. Before too long, we will end up losing our players. Mo looks like he's down. I ain't gonna say he's down tools, but he don't look on it. He's being played out of position, which is a problem. We've got other players in the side that are just not playing to a level that we want to get to. And I think one thing I will say, I'm going to be honest, is we need to humble ourselves as fans. We're not Manchester City. We're not Arsenal. We're not Chelsea. We're not fucking Brighton. We're West Ham United. And the way we used to set up before in playing this counter-attacking football was effective. It wasn't pretty, but we used to get results. At the minute, what are we getting? Fucking destroyed. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what more to say.
Yeah, I mean, Cockney Boy 76 said it earlier. He wasn't a Moyes fan, but at least with him, you had an identity. We had a way of playing, and again, and Damien, who I just highlighted, makes a good point as well. Like, we won't be able to attract anyone either.
No.
With the way we're playing, so
I think he needs to go. I'm going to be straight and honest on the air tonight with the people, because on E20, that's all I do is be fucking honest with you. Right? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, because I wouldn't want to be lied to myself. Yeah, I think he needs to go, and I think he needs to go right now. I do not see where a win is coming from with this geezer. I really don't. I don't see how I just don't see it. I just don't see. I don't feel it. I don't feel like this geezer's capable of getting a win. I believe, right, he has to have all the things go his own way in order for him to get a result. And if it don't go his own way, like then what? Like, let's have it right. Like the 8 points that we've got, yeah. Fulham, we was fucking lucky to get a point there. I mean, lucky, yeah.
Yeah.
Brentford, we was lucky to get a point there to a point, right? And Ipswich, fair enough, we beat Ipswich, but it's the same old shit.
Relegation fodder, no wins. Palace, no wins.
Yeah. So is that what it is? Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, I'm not one for wanting to chuck the manager out straight away. I'm not. Yeah, but I can't see it with this geezer. Yeah, and the fear I do have, and I'm speaking passionately, yeah, because I've seen it all on social media with all them lot fucking vermin. I personally don't want to lose the crop of players that we've got, but we will lose this crop of players if we don't sort ourselves out.
Yep.
We're not an attractive side to join at the minute, and we need to kick into gear.
Need to get a hold of it.
Yeah, and who do I blame for this? I blame a collective. Yeah, I'll start off. I blame Sullivan straight away because I was the only channel that was saying Sullivan's the problem, Moyes is not the problem, Sullivan's the problem. Yeah, and everyone kept coming at me thinking I was a Moyes lover. Well, them wankers can fuck off. Yeah, because I know a lot more about Sullivan and what he's all about. He's all about the pound note. He was never, ever, ever going to buy someone out of their contract. He would never was. Yeah. So when you was hearing things like Almiron, Slot, Alonso, it's all make believe. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about that. I'll seriously am not. He was never, ever going to do it. Right. So it's that. Yeah. Sullivan, that's a problem. I blame people's. I've got to phrase that better. I understand the people's expectations of football that they want, but they've got to understand what we are. They've got to humble themselves and go, well, we're West Ham United, we're not Arsenal. And when people are going, I want us to be like Arsenal and Chelsea, get in the real world. We're not on that level. Yeah, we're just simply not on that level. So all we've done is got rid of Moyes and gone with a sideways step who hasn't got a clue what he's fucking doing. Yeah, and above all else, he doesn't know how to defend. And I do blame Lopetegui to a point. Lopetegui asked, yeah, for these players and a style of play that he wanted to do. And what's he give us? He hasn't given us good football, man. I'm telling you that now. He really hasn't. And for me, I've always said this, Sullivan will always be the problem at West Ham. Yeah, you could go and get Almer in here, you can go and get fucking Pep Guardiola in at this club. Sullivan will always stop us from glory. And he is the problem, mate. And the sooner he's out the door, the better. Yeah, I can't say it enough. I'm saying it as calm as I can. And I'm looking straight into the fucking hearts and souls of you. Yeah, I am not lying to you. Sullivan will always be the problem here. Yeah, it's just we've got a problem now with a manager that has no idea how to defend either. This is major, right? And this is where I'm concerned. And people will go, "Oh, you're fucking being negative," and "Oh, you're being overreactionary." I'm not. I've seen this story as a 37-year-old man one too many times. Yeah, I see it under Pellegrini. I see it under Avram Grant. I've seen this fucking thing happen. And one thing I will say, I don't believe we'll go down. I don't. I think we've got enough firepower in there to get us out of shit. But this is not what we signed up for, ladies and gentlemen. It simply isn't. And I'm going to be truthful and honest with that. I never signed up for this. Listen, you want change. I get that. But this is not change. This is a disaster at the minute. And if we don't sort ourselves out, we're going to go back 5, maybe even 10 years to a point, and we're going to be like fucking Bournemouth. Do you know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't be like that. We're a top 10 side with good players, big ground, a fucking huge fan base. We deserve better. Lucas, any final words from you, mate?
Nope, you've said most of it. The only thing I can really leave off on is that it's always a domino effect with Sullivan. And anything that has ever happened bad really is most certainly because of him. And the only period in time of which people totally forgot about Sullivan and didn't blame him for a lot was the past 4 seasons. But he is now rearing his ugly head once again and continuously doing things that hurt the club or put the club in just really murky waters. So it is what it is. We got to live with it until it's no longer a thing. And I'm not very confident with the stretch of matches going into the final international break. So United at home, Forest away, Everton at home. Ugh, I do not know. Do not know, Clive.
I know, mate. I know. My final thought is that, it's West Ham, innit? Like, what do you expect? For me, I'm dreading it, mate. I'm dreading it. I think he's got to go. I'm going to be straight. I do think he has to go, and that's my opinion. Yeah, I think enough's enough now. I've seen enough to say this geezer ain't going to do fuck all for us to a point, and this season is going to be a disaster before too long. Right, that's the first thing. Second thing of all is we're going to have to brace ourselves for the next 3 games because we're going to have no Mo and no Paqueta. That is going to be a problem. Yeah, we're going to have, so for our shit we've been, we're going to be losing 2 of our best players. That's right. Someone's got to step up now. Now, whether that's Crescencio, Somerville, whoever, right? Someone has to come out of the woodwork and shine for us. Like Lewis Guilherme, whoever it is. I do look at Steiden and think, Steiden, why the fuck did you allow this midfield to be so light? That's another question that needs to be asked. Is the midfield is so light, but people praise Steiden up for being amazing. Well, why is the midfield so shit? Like, I don't get that one either. So that's another story for another time. And listen, enjoy the week. That's all I'm going to say, because you're going to have some shit from Spurs fans. I've already had it in the last hour and 20 minutes. I'm probably going to get it for the next fucking 4 or 5 days. So yeah, can't wait. And just keep strong. Just keep strong. Like, I can't even bear to fucking go on social media tonight or do a space or anything, but I'm going to have to do it because you've got to enjoy the good times and then you've got to enjoy the shit and all. So yeah, smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit the notification bell. If you want to become a member, support the channel, by all means, become a member and support the channel. And yeah, listen, keep the faith. That's all I'm going to say. For me, Lopetegui, thanks for coming, but it's time to say goodbye. I'm done with you, bruv. I can't be on this train no more. And you have got no fucking clue of what you are doing, which is a problem for me. And you can end up fucking making us into a right shit side. So yeah, Lopetegui, bon voyage from me. And I'll see you in a week. Take it easy. Abosh. Hype, 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 hype. Come with me.